Conference podcast, and I was just telling my brother before we started, I got to get him in here before he blows the hell up. Give it up for my man Jazz LAZR. How you doing, brother?
My dog, man. Good to see you, bro.
Come on, man. And the reason I say that is because when I moved to Vegas, we got to tell him the whole story.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Vegas, Franzen, a mutual friend of ours,
My brother,
was playing Best Friend. He was playing Feelings, you know, stuff from the project.
yes.
And I was just like, dude, who is this? Because I'm a music aficionado. You see how that big word just went out there. But I'm a music lover. And when he played those, and you know, Franny knows my taste in music, and he played that for me. And you a local kid from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But introduce yourself for everybody that's watching right now.
Man, well, I go by the name of LAZR. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Come on, singer-songwriter. You're being a little bit modest right now, LAZR. You're being a little bit modest right now. And the reason I say that is because we're going to get into the whole thing that you're working on now. But like I said, it goes back to the story when I moved out here. I just moved out here about a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And when I moved out here, we were doing the Twitch thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, Franny was like, hey, I got to get you these songs. And he was sending me like airplane mode. And he was like, oh, this one isn't out yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, wait, hold up. How is this not out yet?
Right.
So, and then when he sent me Feelings, then he showed me Best Friend. And I was like, come on. I was an instant fan. And then we had got together at some of the parties that we were doing.
For sure.
And I was like, dude, and I, you know, straight, not like a fangirl. I said, dude, I'm a fan of your music. Yeah. And when you came up to me and I was like, bro, and KT introduced me to you, it was all at Phil's house. And I was just saying, bro, this thing right here, the music, I could already see the star quality in when I had met you.
I appreciate that, bro.
And that's why I said, you got to give me, so that's why I wanted to sit you down with us to kind of give us the whole story of how your humble beginnings began.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, how basically it began is like, you know, I always was like into music, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, just like everybody else, it starts off with like poetry type vibes. So I was on some poetry shit and like writing stuff about little, you know, girls I like. But the first song I've ever wrote was about this girl I liked that she didn't like me back, I don't think. So I was like,
oh, so you went right to the pen and pad with it.
Yeah, just to see like maybe, because I knew nobody else around like in my age group or whatever was on that. So I was trying to impress her. That's what it was. So I wrote a song about her. It's called I Love You. I still remember the song to this day. It's so weird.
Come on, that's history right here.
But I wrote the song, and man, all my friends, like, cause I showed my friends before I ever showed her.
Yeah.
And I like my immediate friend group, I showed them, and like it became like a song. Like the song was so good that like we was like, fuck it, we gonna start a group. So we lucky like
all the boys like, we want in on this. We want in on this.
I was like the songwriter and producer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we did they didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But we formed a group after that, and then like so we went to the girl and like we did the song like as a group, like performed it in front of her.
Wait, so you said this is a girl that wasn't feeling you though?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but you wrote her this song.
Yeah.
Because my song would have been fuck this bitch. Because I'd have been like,
I thought she was so like cute and shit. So
yeah.
I was like, all right.
See, but that's what I'm talking about. That, you know, everyone has a backstory, and that right there. So you guys already formed the group.
Yeah, we did.
So the group was already going on. So you guys had the one song, I Love You.
Yeah.
And then where to go from there? And
then from there, it's turned into like a real thing. Like after we wrote the song, it was like, my niggas started looking at me like, where's the other song?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
where's the follow-up? Exactly. Where's the follow-up? Yeah.
So then I made a follow-up, and then from there, it just became like, I guess after I made the follow-up song, I realized like, man, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So boom, high school starts, 9th grade, and then...
So this is early off. This is junior high school.
Super early. Like,
yeah.
Junior high school, I wrote my first song in middle school.
Yeah.
8th grade. Then I started writing for sure, like 9th grade, I started writing bars and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, rapping and shit.
Yep.
So then, because that 9th grade, I started battle rapping.
Yeah.
So 9th grade battle rap was like a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like, then it was like, my whole thing would have been about like impressing somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like, let me impress these.
That's always a spark that gets everybody going.
So like, battle rapping was like popular in my school.
Yeah.
And so every day people were battle rapping. So I just jumped in that shit one day. And I was just like, let me see. Cause like,
and you had to be about your craft in that battle rapping shit. Yeah.
I just jumped in it because I'm good at talking shit about people.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole thing. Like,
but there's a whole difference between talking shit and putting it into bars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, I'm good at writing songs. I could talk shit. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
I battle rapped this kid, I forget his name, this Spanish kid, and I killed him.
Yeah.
Right? And all my friends was like, whoa. Everybody was like, oh. And so then from there, I became the guy at my high school, basic high school. I became the guy that like, oh, it's a rapper in school, come battle jazz.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a rapper in school.
You were the dude at that point. You were the dude, yeah.
Like, so from then they would put me up against anybody. If you were a kid that showed up to the school new, and you rapped, you was battling me that day. It was like a whole thing, and everybody.
And you had to get ready because people was on your line.
You know what's crazy? Think about it now, hindsight. Like I never got ready. I wasn't stressing. All of it was off the top of the dome.
You was freestyling most of it. Yeah, exactly.
So I was just like, I was just ready for it. I thought I was that good. Plus, when you got like a whole school believing in you,
and they all behind you too.
Yeah, it's like
then you got the entourage. Like I can say nothing wrong at this point. Yeah,
for sure. So from there, boom. Then I make the basketball team. Right. Me and my best friend Ison. We try out for the basketball team for Basic High. Yeah. And we make the team. No, basketball my first love. Yeah. So we make the team. And I remember when I made that team, I got my first chance to ever go to a real studio session. Like that same night. Like I made the team, and then that same night, my boy was like, studio tonight.
Exactly. But you already made your first passion, which is basketball.
Exactly. But for some odd reason, I don't know why, I knew, like in that very moment, I was like, when I got the call to go to the studio and I made the team, I swear to God, I knew for some reason, I was like, okay, well, you got to pick one. Yeah. I swear, I was like, you got to pick one.
Because one got to be a passion.
Because one got to be a passion.
Absolutely.
And I picked music that night.
So that was the fork in the road
team,
right there.
I made the team and never went to practice. Never went back.
Well, at that point, there ain't no turning back now. He's like, you got to make this music shit work.
Exactly. So then, boom, I started pursuing the music thing. Right now, I remember I wrote my first song and in an actual studio. All my big homies, they loved it. I went from there.
Yeah. So being a writer, like when you're writing at that such a young age, you don't really realize you're actually a songwriter and you're writing songs.
Right. No, true.
Because it really is just like, oh, these are my bars and my pad and stuff like that. But at that point, it was a songwriter born right there.
True.
See, come on, man.
Sure.
But when did you get your first, eyes on you that was like, actually, okay, I could really do this music thing? Because you're in high school, you take the fork in the road where you don't go basketball, right? But now it's a songwriting thing, and now you're in artist mode.
Yes.
So when you're in artist mode, what is the first song or what is the first ears that heard your music that say, okay, this could actually be big?
Right. So while in artist mode, me and my friends. So rest in peace to my best friend, Fresh Avenue. Yeah. He's the guy who really I seen him rapping one day in high school, and I was like, how the hell do you do that? Yeah. And he literally taught me how to do this shit. So he idolized this guy named Hayes. Rest in peace to Hayes. Yeah. He idolized this guy named Hayes, who was managed by a guy, one of my close friends to this day, Mac.
Yeah, okay.
Who was really close friends with Floyd Mayweather. So Mac, anyways, we idolize Hayes. Hayes at this time got a deal with Jimmy Iovine and Timbaland. They joined forces to sign this guy.
So he was somebody.
Dr. Dre and Timbaland joined forces to sign this man. So this is how big this guy is, right? So we idolizing this guy, and then Fresh is like, man, I could probably get Mac to fuck with us. I'm like, what? Like Mac that's managing Hayes?
Exactly.
Yeah. So one day, Fresh, I'm living at my friend's house or something just during high school. And one day, Fresh pulls up outside, brand new, I forget what the car was, with Mac and Hayes.
Yeah.
They both outside my house. I'm like,
so both of the people you guys was just talking about, outside. 16 years old, you like, what the fuck going on?
Outside the house. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll run downstairs. Yeah. I'm rapping. I just get the rapping for niggas.
Yeah, right on them, right away.
Rapping
they're not even out the car. You already in your second bar. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get a deal, so we rapping. And then I remember Mac's like, yo, you hard. And when Mac told me, I don't know if he noticed, but when Mac told me that I was good in that moment, because he managed Hayes and he was around all the stars and shit. Yeah. When he said I was good, I thought I was really good.
Exactly.
You know I was like, all right, well,
you need that confirmation from somebody that's credible.
I needed that from him.
Absolutely.
And then so fast forward. Well, actually, I don't want to fast forward the podcast. But
don't fast forward. Tell us the damn story.
But yeah, man, Mac, Mac definitely installed that in me in that moment. Yeah.
So in high school, Mac's on your line. Yeah. You sitting here still, mind you, you're still only 16 years old.
Yes.
I mean, as you a 16-year-old, you already know there's a lot of stuff going on at that time. Yes. You just didn't do basketball. This is about the time where the bitches come in. You start finding out about who's who, what's what. That has to add to your creativity on the writing end of it. So you basically, at this point, you're a rapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at this point, you're a rapper. The bars are coming in. What's the next step from there? Because high school's going on right now.
Yes.
Is everything going on musically for what you wanted to do at that point?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I was so happy. I'm making music, I'm in the studio all the time. Yeah. But it was mad challenges, right? So, because at first I'm just good at spitting these bars and doing this shit, right? So I realized at this point, Fresh and everybody, so we formed it, they started this thing, it's called The Fleet. They started a group.
Okay.
A real rap
So it was a
group.
collective,
A collective called The Fleet, right? Popular in my school. Yeah. Super duper dominant popular.
The dudes.
I wanted to be a part of The Fleet so bad. I see Fresh one day at the mall. I'm like, yo. And mind you, we already friends. I'm asking him how he could rap and all that stuff, but we wasn't that close. So he ends up getting like expelled or something, or a long suspension. Something happened. I end up seeing this nigga at the fucking Galleria Mall one day. I'm like, bro, I ain't seen you in school. Where you been
What
at?
happened? Yeah.
He like, man, some shit. I'm like, listen, dog, I want to be a part of the fleet. How can I be a part of the fleet? For real. He was with his homie too, my boy Illegal. He was like, shit, you just got to spit something for us. Like, super cool like that.
So on the spot right there.
Like, literally on the spot. He was like, just got to spit something for us. I spit, boom.
Yeah.
He looked at his homie. They looked at me. He was like, you a part of the fleet. I was like,
so that was like the initiation.
That was initiation
for you to get it. All you had to do was spit over there.
So I was in the fleet, but wait. So now I'm in the fleet, right? High school, you know, we all popping. I'm in the fleet. I'm thinking I'm cool, but I'm not getting invited to the studio session.
Yeah, you in the fleet, but you're not in the fleet.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, why am I not getting invited to the studio session?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I realized that my homie Alfonso, who actually just sent me a shirt today, is crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't talked to him or seen him since.
Oh
years
wow,
ago,
full circle.
He just sent me some merch. So shout out to him. My boy Alfonso is the hook guy. I realized they always mess with Fonzo.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if so-and-so don't go, so-and-so go, but this nigga goes.
They gonna have Fonzo in there.
Because he was the one with making all the hooks.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I started plotting on Fonzo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna be the hook guy.
Exactly.
So like I remember taking like a week or a month just working on straight hooks, no verses. Hooks. And next thing you know, like I'm the hook guy.
Yeah.
It was like I was the
So
hook
you done
guy.
took over Fonzo's spot.
Yeah, they just stopped.
You was the hook dude.
Yeah. It was like it was me.
Because that was also your way in to the fleet.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
look, if I'm not gonna get invited to the studio, let me be the hook guy so I could be there.
So I could be on the songs or get the experience. Like that actually was like the plan. So boom, I became the hook guy. So now I'm in the studio all the time.
Yeah.
And then what I realized about being the hook guy is that like you kind of like the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they start off with you.
It's the
like,
song.
what's the hook? Now we can go off the hook and now we know what to write to. Yeah.
Right. So I started realizing like, damn. So over time, it started becoming a thing like, okay, where's Laser? Where's Jazz? Where's Jazz? Like, is Jazz coming? Is Jazz coming?
Exactly.
I started
because they wanted you there first to kind of vibe off you. Yeah.
Yeah. So like after that, man, it was like, so I would say like during that time, like the rap thing was, it was like super exciting, big learning experience for me. And like that was the time right there. Like it was fully like it was super hip hopped out. Like Dipset was popping.
Exactly.
Like,
so that was during the time of Dipset and that whole time because the hooks with Dipset and all those artists at that time, the hook was everything. So you being the hook guy, see, because this is the story we getting. Yeah. You actually being in there being the hook guy. When was it time to say I could do the hook and do a verse?
So it started when I met. It's crazy because we really going down the timeline.
Yeah.
This is like so weird. I've never actually done this before.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
So look, Pete. Boom. Now, okay, I'm the hook guy.
Yeah.
But now it's time to make songs.
Yeah. So, actual songs, bridges, everything.
So now my boy Kalfani, he's like, man, we need a producer. Because we was rapping over random beats all the time and downloading them and shit. And back then it was kind of harder to download.
Yeah.
So now we need a producer. So my boy Fonzo was like, man, this kid named Jimmy G, he's super dope. This white kid. We gonna go to his house. I just texted him. He go to his house. So I don't know Jimmy G. Fresh don't know Jimmy G. None of us know Jimmy G. But Fonzo met him before.
Exactly.
So we go to his house. I look on this nigga's thing, on his piano, and he got written down on his thing. It said Beats for Jazz.
And you like, hold up.
Never seen that before in my life.
So that blew your head up some more.
No, it still sticks with me to this day because I never seen that.
Yeah.
You know, like it said Beats for Jazz, and I was like
literally just for you.
I looked at that kid and I was like, fuck with you.
Yeah.
Fuck with you, man. And then like, no cap, man. From that moment on, from that day forward, me and Jimmy G, inseparable.
Come on, man. And if you guys don't know, he's not talking about Jimmy G from the 49ers. He's talking about Jimmy G of the vaunted Audibles crew. It's talking about they're the Neptunes of Las Vegas.
For sure.
I always say that too because Jimmy G, shout out the fam, man. The Audibles family.
Brother, and DJ.
Come on, DJ over there do the same thing too. Once they got together, that was the Neptunes right there.
So mind you, so this is pre-Audibles. There's no Audibles. There's no DJ in the picture yet.
It's just Jimmy G at this point.
G.
Yep.
So boom, we meet. We hit it off immediately.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that day. I feel like we made like 3 songs back to back.
Well, after you seen Beats for Jazz.
Beats for Jazz.
Exactly.
He started playing them. I'm like, this is hard.
Yeah.
And then I started coming up with my shit. And I noticed that he was on the same tip as me. Like me, I'm big Kanye.
Vibe-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm big Kanye head.
Yeah.
And he was a big Pharrell head.
Yeah.
Like big Pharrell, Scott Storch.
Yeah.
Like hits. Like his thing was making hits. And we ain't even making hits yet.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? But
you just met each other. Yeah, exactly.
So we like.
So you vibing off each other at this point.
Vibing off each other.
Yeah.
I noticed his sound. And like, he's noticing what I'm doing to the sound. And it just started clicking like, oh shit, like we can make hits together. And so we just started working and slowly but surely, the circle started getting smaller.
Yeah.
It started getting weeded.
People started falling off.
People started falling off. Mm-hmm. And it just became me and Jimmy G.
Life happened.
You know what I'm saying?
Life happened and you guys came together.
Me and Jimmy G. And then we realized we needed to take a step further.
Yeah.
Right? So then we started reaching out to get features and shit.
Yeah.
And it was a group by the name of I-15 signed to Interscope at the time. Very popular. My boy J.R. Castro's in that group.
Shout out J.R. Castro, man.
My boy Daz was in that group, Pyro.
Yep.
And my boy Flash.
And these are all local Vegas cats.
These are, well, they were living in Vegas at the time. They got a big deal with Interscope. Huge deal. They're like literally one of the first people to get a deal out here, right? So everybody's like riding the I-15 wave. So we reach out to Castro, or Jimmy G did. I think Castro charged him like $500 or $800 for the feature. Jimmy G paid him. We get Castro in the studio. Yeah. DJ shows up to the studio that day when Castro was
Don't tell me that's how the Audibles is born.
Right there.
Hold up.
Yeah, right there.
Because if you guys, so DJ came with Castro.
Yes.
And you was with Jimmy.
And DJ was like, I remember like it was yesterday. We were doing a song called Lay You Down, right? And DJ's like, man, that I think it was the clap. He was like, Jimmy, me and my boys, we had 2 bricks and we clapped them together and we recorded it and we made this crazy clap. And they were
they went into producer mode.
They went in producer conversation. I'm like, I never even heard a nigga say some shit.
You're
like that.
Wait, what?
You took 2 bricks and you said, and I was
you made your own sound. Yeah.
So I was like, that's kind of hard in my mind. I'm like, that's kind of dope. So DJ and Jimmy start making beats together.
That's crazy,
after that night.
bro. That's crazy.
The Audibles were then born. It wasn't even the Audible. At first, it was called Track Team.
Oh, really? So it wasn't even the Audibles yet?
Nah, it was called
So they started off as Track Team.
Track Team, yeah.
Man, come on. Shout out DJ, shout out Jimmy, man. If you guys don't know, check Google. Because the Audibles, Jazz, they've been doing stuff for many moons, but I'm telling you, it all leads up to what we're talking to now.
Yes, sir.
So DJ's there with JR. You and Jimmy are doing your thing. Yeah. So that whole vibe, it's a whole vibe. Me, I can just tell as a fan, that's a vibe in there.
Oh my God.
So the studio sessions are sitting there and just the creative juices are just flowing at that point.
Yeah.
And what comes about that?
This is my first time being in the studio with like a signed artist.
Yeah.
Like Castro signed.
Yeah.
He pulling up bins.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this nigga rich. You know what I'm not even know. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I just know like, damn, like this is crazy. So I was just so focused on knocking it down. Mind you, I wrote Castro's part.
Really?
Yeah. So now I'm like,
come on.
So now I'm like, I'm a songwriter for real.
Exactly.
No, seriously, because it's my first time doing something like that.
So that's the first time you've seen somebody sing the lyrics that you've written.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes. And so from then on, so listen, this is the relationship grow from that moment on. Mind you, we paid Castro for that, right? After doing something like that, and that's why people should listen to this, because you just because you got to pay somebody for something doesn't mean that a relationship can't build from
Come
that.
on.
Because after we paid Castro for that, I kid you not, months later, Castro's like, yo, we're going to Atlanta to work on an I-15 album. Do you guys want to come?
Yeah. Come on, man. That just came full circle for y'all. Y'all like, what do we?
I've never been on a flight before in my life.
Come on, man. This is the story right here.
I've never even been on a plane.
And this is the first time you was offered.
Probably at that time been on a plane a couple times, but it was like years. So Jimmy, and it's crazy. I think Jimmy's mom or dad paid for my ticket too.
Yeah.
Like so they paid for my flight there.
To go to the studio.
To go to Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
We went to Atlanta. We lived out there for like a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
So this was like you guys are all in on this music thing at that point.
All in, bro. Yeah. All in.
You leaving the crib, you going to Atlanta.
Behind.
Yeah.
Mind you, I went to Atlanta with nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real.
Come on, see that's how you do it though.
Real shit, because I wasn't even gonna go. This is a crazy story. Like they were all gonna leave me.
Yeah.
Right. Jimmy G, I just built it up this whole thing. Yeah. I got Jimmy G, the Audible, I got everybody, and here comes Castro. Well, we're going to Atlanta to do the album, and everybody was leaving. Everyone.
And you wasn't settled in
yet. I was gonna
yet.
Stay.
Exactly.
I was gonna stay because high school and all this shit. I was gonna stay.
Hold on, wait, this is still in high school? Come on, man.
Bro, I was gonna stay, right? And then, so everybody had came to drive to tell me bye. Right, they came to.
So they was coming to say their farewells. Like, you sure you don't want to go?
all my homies pulled up to say bye, and I shook everybody's hand. I'm like, low-key sad. I'm like, all right, my niggas, da-da-da. And one of my boys, I remember, I think his name is Torrance or Torrance.
Yeah.
I can't remember your name right now, bro. T. My boy T.
My boy TT.
So he might Taurus or something. My boy Taurus was like, you should get in that car.
For real.
I looked at everybody.
Come on.
I said, I'm coming.
Yeah.
It was like, no, you're not. I had the clothes on me.
That's the only thing you took with you.
Girlfriend and everything. Left.
You was like, look, babe, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm about to go pursue this.
I literally sent her a long message. It was like, I got to follow my dream.
Yeah. Come on, man. And that's
that.
what I want the kids watching this to. So, like, you in high school, man. When you at that fork in the road, you already did one because you went basketball or music. So you already passed that one. Now you at another one.
Yeah.
And you get these forks in life, and a lot of these kids that are trying to be in this business, sometimes they feel like they regret choosing the other side, but then they hear stories like this. It's like, man, you know what?
Real shit.
Because you can't live with no regret.
Exactly.
So at this point, you like.
I would have regretted.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I literally knew that.
Come on, TT, whoever his name was, he was the blessing in disguise.
Real one.
Because he don't say that. You probably still in high school with
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly. Because I was thinking it, but I wasn't thinking on acting on it.
You needed a sign.
Exactly.
And that was the sign.
That was it.
Come on.
I just needed one person to say it.
Yeah.
Just get in. And I hopped in the whip.
It's like you were almost waiting for it. Like, is somebody gonna tell me to hop in?
Right.
And then when T said it, you was like, okay, you did what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it goes back to if you don't get that sign, you regret it.
Yes.
And you lose that opportunity.
For sure.
And opportunities like that in high school ain't gonna come by all the time. Come on, man.
All my friends leaving.
Yeah.
My fucking producer I just met. Like we
And you in the game.
Like, come on. Like, so we left. So boom, we hit Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 17 years old. I'm writing songs for this group.
Wow.
I'm in the studio. I'm working in a legendary studio.
Yeah.
I'm in a legendary ass studio. Right across from the studio is fucking Stankonia.
Oh wow, well, AT Aliens, you got the Outcast, you got the whole Dungeon family.
It's insane. Like I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Man. I'm 17. Like my mind's actually getting blown.
So you 17, ATL. This is around the time where the South was popping too.
Oh my God. It was
Come on, man.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
Usher just dropped. Like it was on fire. It was crazy, bro. Carrie Hilson ringing off. This is when Polo the Don.
Yep. Shout out Polo the Don, man.
Polo the Don
was the hot
on fire.
Was the shit.
He was buffing. He was just that dude.
And you had that Polo the Don, the whole little tag that he had in the beginning of the songs.
Insane. Rich boy. Like
yeah.
So anyway, we get out there. Now I'm really in songwriter mode.
Yeah.
I'm really taking advantage of this shit. And like I-15 and them there, I remember Dad's telling me like, we were all training and stuff, and Dad's telling me like, bro, like you like young as fuck. Because they're all older than me. He was like, Dad's was like, bro, like you young as fuck, like you out here doing this, you writing songs for us, like nigga, you that nigga.
For real.
I'm telling you, like niggas can't fuck with you later. But he would always be a part of like my confidence.
Yeah.
For real. Like he would build that shit to fuck.
You needed that at that point in your life.
Shit.
Yeah.
And so like really like, man, because being out there, bro, I was so nervous. I was so like, but I was so nervous. So like Polo the Don, every time he would come in the room, I would just be like, oh, does he like?
Come on, you 17. You just seen him on BET.
Yeah, exactly.
You just seen, you know what I mean? So they walk into the studio, you like, hold up.
Yeah. And he would come in the room, listen to songs that we wrote. He would sit in the middle of the room. Like, this a hit. What? Yeah. So now I could write hits. So this is when I knew, for real, this is
another confirmation.
Another confirmation. Like, okay. Because you know it's crazy, bro? Being an artist in this game since the very day I started, since the very first day I started, that's really all we want, artists.
Man.
We want people to be like, that's
exactly.
good.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And without them blowing smoke up your ass, too.
For sure.
You don't want the friends that have your yes
really
man.
Good, yeah.
You want to actually have that confirmation. Come on, Polo the Don.
Exactly.
That's a hit.
Exactly.
That builds your confidence and builds your ego in the right way.
For sure. So
not in the wrong way.
I just wanted to do more and more and more and more. And from that Atlanta experience on is literally how the songwriter in me was actually born.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I knew, like, that's when I learned how to organize writing a song, like how to even to construct it.
But how do you kind of say, okay, I'm going to Atlanta as a songwriter, not an artist? You at that age,
that was hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
that transition alone, exactly.
I wanted to be an artist.
Because everybody sitting is like, I want to be the dude.
Yeah.
But your pen is gonna help this group.
Yeah.
And then you just gotta sit your turn. But you're 17 years old. Yeah. You ain't thinking that. Like when I was 17, I was rapping around. I wanted to be the dude.
For sure.
I wanted to be the dude. Like I don't want nobody writing for me. I'm gonna write my own thing. But you had to sit there, play your position, which you did.
Yeah.
And come on, man, that had to be its own right hard for you. Like I said, because you want to sit in there and be like, oh, watch me do my thing. But it wasn't about you
being
at that time.
young too, and like when you're young, you're more stubborn and more cockier.
Yeah.
So like it was it. You just took me back to bringing that up, but it was like that was challenging too, because like during that time, like of course I want to be an artist.
Come on.
But it's like I'm now a songwriter, and I'm still not even understanding being a songwriter.
Exactly.
Even at that time, I never was like I'm a songwriter.
Exactly.
I swear to God, I never said it once.
Because when you're writing a song, you're not writing it for other people. You write it because I would do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But then you got to give your work to that person and expect them to do it how you would do it.
Right.
They're just reading your words.
Facts.
They don't know what went into you actually, going into that pen.
Shit.
And now when you hear it in the studio and it's not you, me personally, I can't say, I'd be like, nah, that ain't it. When they read your word, like, nah, that ain't it.
No,
that ain't it, because at that point you a hater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you 17, like, nah, I didn't write it like that.
Right.
But you had to kind of pull it all together.
Yeah.
You a kid from Vegas.
Yeah.
You in Las Vegas. This is your time to shine. You played your position.
For sure.
And I think with the message from this podcast, I want people to say, play your position. It's not always a bad thing.
For sure. It's not. It can actually end up a great
Man.
thing. Like you never know.
Exactly.
You never know what you can get out of this.
Yeah.
And you want to know something crazy, bro? Like on some real shit. So while I was there and during all that in the madness in Atlanta, as the shit's popping off, we flew back home after a while, right?
Yeah. How long did you guys stay in Atlanta?
So the first trip, we did 2 trips. The first trip, I want to say it was about 3 to 4 months or something like that.
Man.
Because I remember even me and Jimmy, we was like, we out.
Yeah.
We going back home. It was like we didn't super duper transition like right away. When we went there a couple months, came back. And so I didn't plan on going back. Like when I came back to Vegas, I was on some like, I didn't plan on going back to Atlanta, to be honest.
You said I did that chapter.
Because when I went, it was just so much going on, and there was so much going on. Like I felt like I because when you're in it, I kind of felt like, maybe I'm nervous half the time. I'm not giving my all. So bet we come back home, bro. When we came back home from all of that experience and excitement, me and Jimmy went in, bro.
Oh yeah, now the creative juices are flowing.
We're making the best
now you
music
home
we ever made.
Absolutely. What's the first song you guys made when you and Jimmy come back?
This song called Galaxy Girl.
Yeah. Come on, man.
This is why now we trying to make hits. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make hits.
Because you want to follow it up. Polo to Don, Atlanta just went on. So you want to come home and be like, okay, look, what's going to be the hit?
Facts.
So you get Galaxy Girl, you get these other ones that say, Jimmy, me and you going to do this.
So now we're serious.
Yeah.
We just experienced Polo to Don and Fergie coming in the studio. That real shit, bro.
Yeah.
So now we back home with all of that experience. We in the studio, bro. We going in. We taking this shit a little more serious.
Inspiration meters on 1,000.
We taking this shit a little more serious. So now, no cap, my songwriting ability skyrockets.
Exactly.
It took another level.
Learning lesson right there.
For real.
Yep.
We go back to the A.
Yeah.
Now, this time we go back to the A. This is the longer trip. Now we're settled in. We're there.
Exactly.
And it should start really working out. I start really becoming the songwriter. For real. Like
you started to accept that role more.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
for sure. Because now when I come back, see when I before I went there, I was just good at my whole thing has always been melodies. I've been so good at that.
And you was the hook guy. Yeah, exactly.
And it takes a good melody for that.
Yeah.
So when I come back from Atlanta, now I'm like concepts became a thing.
Yeah.
Because Carrie Hilson is signed to Polo to Don at the time. Carrie Hilson wrote "Cry Me a River." Carrie Hilson
for Justin Timberlake?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So okay.
So she was in that process that you was in.
But Carrie Hilson is Carrie Hilson. You know what I'm saying? So, but real shit. So her being, and her being a female, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, she wrote "Cry Me a River." Holy shit. We in the same studio and shit. I'm like, my concept's got to get better.
Yeah.
"Cry Me a River." That's deep.
Because you're kind of seeing the aspect of "Cry Me a River."
Yeah.
It came from a female aspect, but now it's being sung by a male.
Thank you.
Now you're just learning.
This is art now.
Now you just, exactly.
Oh shit.
The process is going.
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
For real. That's when I'm like, I gotta step this shit up
Exactly.
concept wise. So that's when Galaxy Girl comes about. Because now we because first I said, I love you, lay you down, those little titles.
Exactly.
Now it's Galaxy Girl, and
now you gotta make them think a little bit.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
So now we fucking with it.
Yeah.
Now we really doing it. We misbehave. We doing songs that are alternative.
Yeah.
We really going there.
Now you're opening up a little bit more. Your peacock wings are opening up more.
For sure.
Yeah. So you soaking everything up. Carrie Hilson's in the studio. You guys are back in Atlanta, like now it's a business trip at this point.
Yes.
Now you guys are back there putting in work.
Yeah.
Now your swag is a little bit different.
Oh, for sure.
Now you walk in, it's like, oh yeah, I'm the songwriter, I'm Laser, stuff like that. So when you guys come in now, what are you guys taking from those writing sessions, from those sessions back home to kind of put more emphasis on your career at that
confidence.
point? Yeah, absolutely.
When you first touch down, you know, you're not that confident because
you deer in the headlights. Yeah, like you deer in the headlights. Like I just came here with the clothes on my back.
Yo, like why is all these people like for real, man?
Exactly.
And I like it's for real. So I'm like I'm kind of like starstruck.
Yeah.
You know that happened. So when I came back, we brought the confidence.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we're us.
Exactly.
We can do this shit too.
The confidence was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
You was working with and it wasn't fangirling at that point. At that point, it was like, okay, oh, Carrie, you doing that?
Real
okay.
shit, real shit.
Cool, we just gonna do that. But you kind of had that about you now.
Sure.
And those are all lessons that in your path of what led up to what you're doing now.
For sure.
Come on, man.
For sure.
Come on. You come back to Vegas.
Yeah.
The Audibles, are they still the Audibles at this point?
They are not the Audibles yet.
Yeah.
They are a track team. So, right? So we come back to Vegas. So now the whole Atlanta thing's over. You know, I-15. I don't know. I think they ended up breaking up or something, right?
Yeah.
So now we're all back in Vegas, right? I-15 breaks up. We like, what we gonna do? Now that I-15 breaks up, DJ is like, you know, as talented and musically inclined he is, he's looking for a new home or some shit. Like, you know.
Because that kid kind of went through. Now he's like, okay, now what do I do?
So DJ is like, boom, y'all doing this thing. He like, yo, Jimmy, you really believe in jazz as an artist? Jimmy's like, yes.
Yes.
Jazz is that guy.
No hesitation.
DJ is like, all right, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Let's do this together.
Yeah.
Because DJ's like, out of all of us, DJ is the business head.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy that's like more business savvy than all of
exactly.
us. Right?
So he brought that element along with his producing skills to what the package
all
was.
All of the shit that he was doing for because he wasn't just there for I-15 just doing beats and shit.
Exactly.
The nigga was there like handling shit and doing shit. So he took his experience from working with labels and brought it over there with us.
Yeah.
And that, man,
that's priceless right there.
Exactly, right?
Come on, man.
It almost, it felt, it was like the missing piece.
Yeah.
So he comes, boom.
Yeah.
And then that's when we really rev it up.
Yeah.
Now we take.
So now you got the business part of it with DJ, producing with Jimmy and DJ. Now yourself, songwriting, artist. Now the shit's ready to hit.
And DJ and Jimmy at this time, now we're all clicking up, everything's starting to hit. DJ and Jimmy get their first official placement together.
Wow.
With this kid named My Shine, right?
Yeah.
And it was his single. And it was like, this is 106 in Park's ringing off at the time,
exactly.
Right? My Shine's on 106 in Park. This is my new single produced by the track team. Boom.
Wow.
It was like, so now we're like, oh, these.
Now it's starting to fall into place.
This thing works.
Yes.
Now we see that this thing works.
Exactly.
These guys could work together and make it, especially me sitting back watching it happen.
Yeah.
Even though the song wasn't for me, it was for My Shine. I didn't write it either. But sit back and watch like, oh shit, my two homies, my two producers, these niggas come.
Exactly. And it's in your circle, your immediate circle.
Yeah, fact.
So you say, okay, they got this placement. They on 106 Park going crazy. All right, now we at the crib. Now what we gonna do?
We start hammering them out.
Yeah.
We start hammering them out. So that, remember I said I was gonna fast forward?
Yep.
So now we here, right? We in the studio, we hammering them out. Mac pulls up.
Yeah.
I ain't seen this nigga in forever.
Because you guys been doing your thing in Atlanta.
Shout out Paris too.
Yeah.
Paris called Mac over. Mac pulls up. We play Mac Galaxy Girl.
Yeah.
Everything, right?
Everything y'all been working on.
Mac blown away.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that Mac's blown away. I'm dead ass, bro, for real, man. Like
because still, he's on an echelon
at that point. Talking about this like gives me chills because I'm like, damn, Mac like that shit. Like he was like, because this is left field, mind you. We ain't making no gangster shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is low key left field. Like trap is booming at this time. We making some hits though. Yeah. We trying to get in the game. Mac hear that shit. Mac like, this shit ain't like nothing that's out.
Exactly.
So Mac is like, yo, I could take you to 2 places. He said, but I'm gonna take you to my guy Molly Mall.
Yeah.
I feel like he gonna put you out.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like 2 days later or a day later.
Yeah.
He took me and the Audibles to Molly Mall's house.
And you guys are just like,
we sitting there, we walk in there, bro. I walk in that bitch. Mind you, so look, bro, I'm 18 now.
Exactly.
I'm like 18, 19.
Critical point of the life at that point.
I walk in this nigga Molly Mall house. Cheetah runs.
Come on.
Motherfucking cheetah.
If y'all don't know Molly Mall, we talking about he has a whole zoo at the crib. He got cheetahs running by. He got a lemur just on. How you doing?
Bro, I'm dead ass. So like a cheetah go by.
Exactly.
I was like, what the fuck? I never seen no shit like motherfucking Mac ain't even warn niggas. Yeah. Mac didn't even say.
Didn't even tell nobody.
He didn't prep nobody.
He has exotic animals, guys. You got a boa constrictor just slithering around the crib.
So we get there, bro. Bone cheetah. And then here comes Maul walking out in this velour suit.
Yeah.
He sits on the couch. And his sister, he's like, and then some badass bitch walks out the room after him. And they get to talking this shit. I'm sitting there, I'm quiet as fuck.
And you like, this is a fucking movie right now. In my mind,
yeah. I'm like, I'm signing this. Yeah. I ain't even talked to the nigga yet.
I don't care what he brings out. I'm signing this shit. He got cheetahs walking about, bad bitch walking. He in a velour robe. Where do you want me to sign, brother?
so boom. He like, let's go to the studio. We go to the studio.
Yeah.
We go to the studio.
In the house, by the way.
He grabs Pooh Bear. I don't know who Pooh Bear is at this time.
At this time.
He looks mad familiar, though.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Pooh Bear is, man, do your homework.
So Pooh Bear, he gets Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, come meet us in the studio. We about to go to the studio, check out this guy's music. They come. So it was Pooh Bear, Molly Mall, Mac. Everybody sitting in the studio.
Heavy hitters.
In the Audibles.
Heavy hitters.
We go through our shit. We go through our whole list of songs.
Yeah.
We just playing everything. Pooh Bear's liking it. Everybody's bobbing their head. And the music ends. Pooh Bear's like, so what's you guys' goal with this music shit?
Yeah.
And immediately I go, man, we want to change the game. We want to go crazy. Like, I want, like Kanye, I want to be the new Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, my cocky ass, I'm just going off. And Pooh Bear goes, so listen, there's no reinventing the wheel, right?
Exactly.
And I'm like, what? That was my first time hearing that shit. I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, there's no triangle wheel.
Yeah.
It won't roll, right? The wheel's always going to be a circle, but we're just going to improve the wheel.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, bro, that's the first piece of advice that he gave us.
And that soaked up to you. And you were just like, you know what, let me soak this up.
Because the key to this is simplicity.
Yeah.
The more simple it is, it's always going to be.
Exactly.
Supreme.
And mind you, as an 18-year-old kid, as you're hearing advice from someone like Pooh Bear, you just seen a cheetah, a bad bitch in a velour suit. A normal 18-year-old, this isn't, coinciding with them. They're not knowing what the hell Pooh Bear. If it's me, I don't care what Pooh Bear talking about. I'm at these bitches. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when he tells me something like that, and for you to grasp what it actually was about, adds to what the story is now.
Yes.
Like, not a lot of 18-year-olds are gonna take that advice and hear it the way you heard it.
Right.
And to see that and to have these hitters in there like Molly Mall, you have all these people that's been making music with these artists that are all over the TV, all over the radio. You have to sit there and soak this up as an 18-year-old kid and be like, Pooh Bear, damn the cheetah licking your leg.
Right.
Damn that. You like, watch out. You got to soak this game up. Well, Pooh Bear, look at his resume of work.
Man.
But it's talking to you as an artist, as somebody that's new. Remember, he didn't heard nothing about you. He don't know you from a stick of shit.
I don't even think he knew we was coming.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew that was happening that
He just walk out, he got another like alligator walk by. Like, who's this? So he walks like if you guys know, but when he hears your music and to say that to you, that also puts you, same thing in Atlanta. Another stepping stone.
Here we go.
Another stepping stone.
Yeah, because it was like, damn. So after he gave us that advice, in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
That's deep.
Because he's right. Because we had in that time, we had songs that was like switching up during the motherfucking verse.
Yeah.
Whole nother beat. And Pooh Bear would just be like he said, he was like simplicity. He was like, play that song again.
Yeah.
We played that song. He was like, see right there before the beat change, that's a whole nother beat, y'all.
Yeah.
Why'd y'all put two beats in one? Why'd you do that? That's two
At that point,
songs.
you guys like, shit, he knows what he's talking about.
Facts.
Because you guys are like, okay, we're going to change, like I said, he's going to change the wheel. We're going to reinvent the wheel. But when he sees that beat change and something that you and the Audibles were like, man, that's going to be the one for somebody who was like, Pooh Bear in his status to be like, look, I knew it. And then you guys would be like, oh shit, he caught us with our hand in the cookie jar.
Right.
Like you didn't think he was going to catch that. Right. He catches it.
Right.
And then it kind of just changes your perspective.
It shifts our whole,
switches the whole
everything.
thing. Come on, man.
It does. And boom, so then Maul goes in the hallway. Let me talk to you, Matt goes in the hallway. And he leaves.
Yeah.
Matt comes back in the room, and we don't see Pooh Bear or Maul. Matt comes back in the room. He want to sign y'all. What? I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, he want to sign y'all. We're going to get the paperwork done. Shit, we're going to leave. I'm about to go. So we all did.
Yeah.
Like a week later, I can be back up at Maul's house. I get my first ever check for music ever.
Yeah.
Maul gave me a little check, and I'm just like, damn, like, I felt
you like,
rich.
It's happening now.
Man, it was like,
happening.
It was like, man, like, that was right there, like, that was everything right there, man. Signing that deal and doing all that shit, man, that was everything, man.
And that solidified what you and the Audibles were working on, solidified you as an artist. Yeah. How old were you when you signed that deal?
Like 18.
Yeah, see, come on. You're still in 18-year-old mode in Las Vegas, mind you.
Right.
You hanging out with Molly Mall. You got everything that's going on. It's like you have to really be in artist mode or you could lose yourself.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Come on.
So all I seen, because in my mind, I'm like, man, I could be the new Lil Wayne. He like Baby already.
Yeah.
We about to take this shit over. That's all I was thinking in my mind.
Come on, you 18, Jazz. You 18 at that point. Anything is possible. You're like, shit, I am Lil Wayne at this point.
Right. That's how I was telling. That's how I was telling it. So I even said that to him. I was like, yo, you know, I'm going to be like Wayne and you're going to be like Baby, man. We're going to take this shit over. And he was like, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
And I remember asking him all, like, when I first met him, because he was probably one of the first rich people I've ever met.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like, how do you feel waking up to all of this?
Yeah.
I literally asked him that, like, off rip.
Yeah, come on.
And he was like, it's dope. But then you wake up the next day and it's still here.
Yeah. Come on.
I was like,
come on, you soaking up game right now.
bro. And
you're soaking
it's
up game.
Almost like, it's crazy. It's just like a movie, man, like as I'm going through this and saying this shit. But it's crazy, like the little things that I still remember, like the little sayings and shit. It's crazy because they really do stick with you throughout life.
So we're looking at 18-year-old kid, Las Vegas. You're with the top of the top at this point. You with the Audibles. You guys got your shit going on. You hooking up with Molly Mall, Pooh Bear, Mac and everybody going on. What is the first project that you guys work on? So at this point, is it all easy or you guys hit some bumps in the road?
No, see, bro, because this is what people don't tell people that sign deals.
Yes.
Tell y'all now.
Come on, listen, people.
Once you put your name on that motherfucking piece of paper, shit got hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's harder now.
Come on.
It did not get easier.
No.
People think that, oh, I signed a deal, life is there. No.
Yeah.
It actually just got more anxiety, more pressure, more everything. Now it's
pressure.
On. Now it's
pressure
on.
was on.
Now it's on.
Yeah.
Because you just got these people that believe in you. They just gave you some money.
Exactly.
And they need to make their money back.
Now when they give you that money, they're like, okay, now perform.
Facts.
Now you have to sit there and do what you said we were going to pay you for.
Are you who we thought you are?
Yeah, exactly.
So boom, now the pressure's on, right?
Yeah.
But Pete, we got our own home studio now.
Yeah.
So this is when
in-house.
This is when the Molly Mall stage of my life really benefited.
Yeah.
That studio back there. Bro.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
And you home in Vegas.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That. And I remember, I can't remember specifically who told me that. But they was like, nigga, if anything goes bad with this situation with Maul, who cares?
Yeah.
Record as many songs as you can.
Exactly. Because at that point, they're like, look, use it for what it is.
Facts.
You got your advance. You got a home studio. I don't care what they want. Do 100,000 songs in there if you can.
For real.
Because after that point, if you guys do break the relationship, you got your songs.
Period.
And you have everything that you've been working on there that you didn't have to pay
My
for.
experience, bro. I learned how to engineer in that studio.
Yeah.
I learned how to do
priceless
everything in there.
Priceless.
Pro Tools, bro.
Yeah.
That studio, man, bro. Man,
Exactly.
like that, bro. For me, I would speak for me and the Audibles.
Yeah.
That studio helped build up our whole shit.
It gave you guys the ammunition for what you guys are doing today.
Facts, bro.
And when I say that, it's like, okay, when did Best Friend and when did that whole project come about? Feelings and all that. Was that all recorded there?
Some of those songs are recorded there.
Yeah.
But this is towards the end of the Molly
of the
Mall
relationship.
series.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is towards the end, and this because to be honest, towards the end of me and Molly Mall's relationship, I was really now I'm like, I'm just using the studio.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't give a fuck what's going on here.
Exactly.
I'm cranking out the studio, bro.
You're benefiting from having a studio.
I start cranking it
Exactly.
out. I start cranking it out without even, man, I would start. And the Audibles at this time, they're not even seeing eye to eye with Molly Mall, right?
Yeah.
But me, I would be like, man, come to Mall Studio.
Let's use it.
And let's record it.
Exactly.
And they would pull up and we would record it.
Yep.
Even though they didn't even see eye to eye.
Because you had to pull it in. They're like, oh, no, we ain't really
Exactly.
fucking with what Maul's doing. It's like, nah, look, let's use the fucking studio.
And I even got them to understand where I was coming. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, we got this studio sitting here.
Exactly.
Niggas gonna let us use it. Let's use it.
And they were like, man, you're right.
Exactly. So we start. So I ain't gonna lie. Like some songs, we did do at that studio.
You started at the
that
studio.
on Blossom.
Yeah.
But towards I was working on Blossom. That relationship really just like severed.
Yeah.
Still my boy to this day, man. I got so much love for Molly.
Yeah.
Free Molly Mall. You know what I'm saying?
But when you're in a business relationship, it's different.
It's different. Yeah.
And a lot of these kids who
had to learn
talk
that.
about, you have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
And when you start, everything that glitters ain't gold. So that's why I say when you get into the situation and you could break away from a situation like that and still be cool with the kid, you can still be cool with Maul, but it always goes back to say, okay, let me take all this stuff that you learned from there, all these you be using the studio and saying, look, Now I got all these elements to it. Now what the fuck we gonna do?
Facts.
So tell us how Blossom came about, because if you guys don't know about Blossom, that's one of my favorite projects of yours right now. Because that right there, best friend, feelings, grapefruit, everything. Tell us how that came about.
So Blossom, boom. Now, you know, we're done with the Molly Mall phase, and me and Jimmy G. At this time, we're just like, yo, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, what we gonna do? Like, because I ain't gonna lie, like after the Molly Mall, so I'm gonna get real right now, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Come on, Jazz, don't let them know.
You're my dog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. So after the whole Molly Mall shit, so I wasn't the first person to leave Molly Mall.
Yeah.
The first people to leave Molly Mall was the Audibles.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
And when they left Molly Mall, I almost took it like they was leaving me. I ain't gonna lie. Like at the first.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't
understandable.
Even say, they never told me.
Exactly.
It was like a thing where it was a business move for them. Like
Exactly.
they had lawyers involved, all type of shit. I'm not even knowing what's going on.
Because at that point, it's not we just leaving them just to leave them. You got to have the lawyers involved. Get you out of this contract. Yeah.
They were doing real business shit that I had no idea.
Exactly.
So in my mind, I'm like, when they left and they parted ways, and I'm hearing Maul, I only hear Maul side of the story. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I ain't gonna lie, I start feeling like I start taking it like they was doing it to me.
Personal. Yeah, you took it personal.
So I was like, I kind of like not separated myself from the Audibles.
Yeah.
But at this time in my life, I'm like taking beats from a lot of different people.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a blessing in disguise because and this is how I ended up meeting my one of my really close friends, Vay.
Yeah.
You know, which is a producer out here in Vegas as well. Me and Vay start clicking.
Yeah.
Because now I'm just like, man, I ain't messing with the Audibles
exactly.
right now. So
I need another producer. Exactly.
Me and Vay
so you got one.
Yeah, we knocking them out too. I even get Vay signed to Molly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is how this whole.
Because you still on. You still on with Maul at this point. Yeah.
So boom. And the Audibles left. And then so I got to my stage where it's time for me to leave too, right? So now I left. And when I left, I ended up hitting my me and Jimmy ain't spoken like maybe like some months. Like, or like, you know, like 5 months or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Every now and then over text, but never linked.
Yeah.
So one day we end up linking. Just like old times, just in the car, getting some food. We just eating, listening to our old songs.
Exactly.
And I swear, bro, in that moment, I had one of my best friends with me, KD.
Yeah.
And KD is like low-key like the glue. Like he does no music, nothing.
Yeah.
He was just like, I miss y'all niggas being together,
outside
man.
looking, yeah, exactly.
How the fuck y'all ain't seen each other in how long? Like he was
this shit out. Hug this out. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like a
you
movie
need that.
I'm sitting in the passenger seat, Jimmy's in the driver's seat, and this nigga's in the back seat sitting in the middle like, y'all niggas ain't, how the fuck y'all ain't seen?
I got friends like that. You need that one that ain't got shit to do with shit.
Nothing.
But they'll sit there and say that one thing like, man, look at us. Like, and you be like, and then you look at Jimmy and be like, he's motherfucker right.
On God.
You know what I mean?
No, seriously.
Another sign. You know what I mean? So come on,
so
man.
boom, we sit in that car, bro, and this is how Blossom was born. We sit in that car, and Jimmy's like, let's do this shit, bro. Like, I only make good music with you, bro. Like, this is my favorite song. Like, all the music, our songs is the best music to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, to me too. And I realized that we both have that again. And I was just like, you know what? It's my nigga, I'm rocking out. Let's go, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So me and Jimmy, from that point on, we start booking sessions again, start working again. And not after not working for like half a year.
Exactly. But now you guys have some pent up creativeness to say, hey, Jimmy, this is what I've been doing when we wasn't together.
For sure.
Exactly.
You know, because I kind of want to impress him.
No, absolutely.
You know, I think it's always about
same thing with him. He's like, oh, well, let me show you what I've been working on.
Exactly.
So now it's a contest at that point.
Sure.
Now it's like, whose dick is bigger at this point? So now you're showing, but now you guys are tripping because everything you guys are showing each other is still in the circle.
It's still in.
Come on, man.
It's still in. So boom. So now we're like, all right, we got to find a deal.
Yeah.
So if we found a deal, it's crazy because shout out my boy Uche. My boy Uche reaches out to Jimmy. He's like, man, I could get Jazz a deal.
Yeah.
With my boy, I forget his name. I'm so bad with names. I was signed to this nigga, I forget his name. What the fuck is that nigga's name?
But he's talking about the Blossom Project.
Yeah, so we working on Blossom. Because I had just did Scheming.
Yeah.
Right? And Scheming was like the lead song we was going with, right?
Yeah, that was the lead single from Blossom.
Lead single from Blossom. So I just did Scheming. Uche gets us this deal with these like brown paper bag hustlers, right?
Got it.
The deal's going great, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Everything is going amazing, man. I'm talking about I'm living my life.
Exactly.
Right? One day, you know, we like 6 months into the deal.
Yeah.
One day, I get a call. I'm in New York City. I get a call. They like, man, bro just got caught up by the feds. It's over with.
Deal's gone.
I said, Uche.
Yeah.
So
you playing with me, right?
I'm out here in New York and I'm spending money like, you know, like what's going on, Uche? Like, I got to get back home. Like, what's up? He's like, bro, I don't even know what to say, Jazz. On my bad. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. I'm like, wow. Luckily though, it's crazy because this is what I wrote a, I don't even know if I could say it.
Yeah.
Talk about this song I wrote. But I wrote a big, I guess I ghost wrote a song for a big artist.
Got it.
And I was in New York and I'm like, fuck, I need some money. I just lost my deal immediately because I knew that check next month wasn't coming from this label.
But you kind of knew what tools you needed. Like, okay, I could ghostwrite this song and get some bread from that.
You had already did it. I did. I ghost wrote the song already. Just on some fuck shit. I wasn't even, it just happened. And it hit me like as I'm in New York. So I hit the dude. I hit the dude's label. And he was like, yo, Sony, there's a check. You in New York? I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York. It's a check at Sony right there before you go pick it up.
Wow.
I'm like, at Sony in New York? Like, yeah, Sony Records, go. I'm in New York. I go to Sony. I get the check. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to take this songwriting shit serious.
Exactly.
Like, I have to.
Because once you see that check, you're like, hold on. Hold up.
And I just lost my deal, bro.
You just lost your deal. You're looking at this Sony check that you just did for a bigger artist.
Yeah.
And you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be dealing with stuff like back home that's going on, I could take this songwriting, look at this check that I'm doing. You know, that I just got from Sony. I could turn this into something.
Facts.
Another sign.
Facts. Yeah. Another sign. So, because honestly, you know, now this check is like my first official songwriting check.
Yeah.
Like, when I say that
you officially got paid for.
No, because that's not true. Pooh Bear gave me my first official songwriting check. But this is a lot of money. Though, okay, so this, you know, Pooh Bear broke me up. Pooh Bear gave me like, I wrote a verse for, he had a girl group. And, you know, I wrote a verse for the rapper in the girl group. Yeah. And the next day, Pooh Bear gave me like a $1,200 check. Yeah. And I was like, what's this for? I didn't even know I was getting paid. And he was like,
this is first official. Yeah.
That was the first time.
Exactly.
And he was like, that's for writing that verse for that girl. I was like,
you're like, okay. But this, again, solidifies when you get the Sony check to say, look, I was getting something from Pooh Bear, but this is, you know, we got Sony and my name on the same piece of paper.
Facts.
With these numbers that I ain't never seen before.
I'm in the building. I'll catch the elevators up. I'm in New York City.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, this is feeling a little different. It's
absolutely.
real.
You just lost your deal.
Just that day.
You just got that phone call from Uchi and them, but now it's like, okay, I got this check. I got a Sony check. I go back home and I got to take this shit as serious as I can.
So now I'm telling Jimmy, yo, I'm taking this songwriting shit serious, nigga. Let's write songs for other people.
Exactly.
You do the beats.
Come on.
We're gonna do this shit together.
Yeah.
Jimmy's like, simple. We already doing it with Pooh Bear.
We already been doing it. But now Jimmy's like, I was just waiting for you to realize it.
Right.
I was already in this mode. I'm waiting for you to realize that, okay, you cool to put this artist thing on the side for a little bit while we make some money doing the songwriting place.
It's crazy you say that because Jimmy did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that. He was like, yo, are you okay? Like, what do you want to do more? Like, you want to do that? Are you okay?
Because you got to check on that.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, you don't want to lose that aspect of it because you as a friend like Jimmy knows what you came from and know what you're about. It's on him to say, hey, you cool with like putting the artist on the back burner for a little bit while we do this? If he doesn't do that, you kind of just say, oh, he just said to give a fuck about me as an artist.
Facts.
So you guys needed that interaction to be like, hey, let's put it on the back burner, let's make this money.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Facts.
Tell me how that came about after you come back home with Jimmy. What's the next thing you guys doing?
So when I come back home, I got the check or whatever. Checks here, neither here or there. I talk to Jimmy and them, and I'm like, yo, let's take this songwriting shit serious. Like, I got these relationships now. Because, you know, over time now, I done built, because, you know, we skipped over a lot of parts, but over this, you know, from all these stages.
Oh, yeah, from there to here,
you built relationships.
The resources are there.
It's insane.
Exactly. Like, the relationships are there.
Now I know Chris Brown.
Exactly.
Now I know, and we don't know each other on no music shit. This ain't no music shit.
Yeah.
I know CB, I know Tyga, I know YG, I know everybody. Sean Kingston. Like, I know all the young hot, like, they all know me.
Before we skip over that, how did that come about though?
Molly Mall's house.
Exactly. So you can go back to that. So
exactly.
Getting the experience from Molly Mall, also with the resources from meeting Chris Brown, meeting Tyga, meeting all this. So that whole chapter that's in this book that we call Laser is definitely an intricate part. Man. Because those relationships went on to further your career, and it still is today.
Facts.
So that's why we needed to know where you where
that's why you
can
never, ever, that's why me personally, never, ever discredit Molly Mall. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, man.
No matter what happened. Because at the end of the day,
it took those things. Like, I tell people all the time, like, man, if that man didn't have that big old mansion in that studio back there and all them pets.
Keep it real. You wouldn't have the relationships you have with Chris Brown.
Wouldn't.
Tiger.
He wouldn't
without that check.
Exactly. I don't know how it would have met him.
Absolutely.
He came, they all came by because they wanted to see the house. Yeah. But I happen to be the only young guy there, the young cool guy. Molly Mall, they ain't.
So now as artists, you in Molly Mall studio, you got to be somebody to be here. Facts. So they build that relationship with you, and now it kind of blossoms into, look, you're in the next stage of your career. Right. You still have the relationships with CB. Facts. You still have the relationship with Tyga and them. Now, I mean, it's not with Marley Marl, but you have these relationships. Now you're like, hey, Jimmy, we gonna do some stuff with other people.
So that's when it goes. It's like, because even Jimmy's like, everybody notices, like they see that I gain these relationships with people. I'm around them a lot. So it's like, all right, let's just start writing these songs for these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
So then we start getting on that. Yeah. And we start pressing the issue. And then and that's how, City Girls came about for Chris Brown.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We was gonna get into that. I was gonna say but you guys at this point producing the Audibles, DJ and Jimmy have the producing level. You have the songwriting. So your camp is a little bit stronger than somebody that said the reference track just off the strength.
Oh yeah.
So you guys have the whole thing built in there. You have the reference track with the songwriting and the beat.
Yes.
So now you start to send these out, and then they come about the City Girls track.
Yeah.
The Chris Brown track. Tell us about that.
So that's how it happened. One day we were at some party.
Yeah.
And Jimmy was like super duper hype about working that night for some reason. I don't know why, bro. But like I was working for some other kid.
Yeah.
And I remember Jimmy like tapped me on the shoulder. He came. I was like, yo, pull up. I'm at some house. I'm just working, just recording and shit.
Yeah.
He was like, so Jimmy pulled up. And he comes, he notices, and I ain't gonna lie, like I had took like a Molly that.
Yeah.
I took a Molly.
Yeah.
I took a Molly. So I'm like, I'm going crazy. I'm like recording and shit. And the nigga Jimmy's like, I told Jimmy, I tapped Jimmy, I'm like, yo, I'm off this Molly right now. I'm killing shit. I'm murdering shit. Jimmy being
the motherfucker right now.
Being the brilliant genius he is, he's like, let's leave this studio, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's like, bro, let's go record. Let's get on this CB album. Like, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you saying you feeling it right now? You on the Molly? Let's go right now.
He took advantage of the situation.
So that's exactly what he did. And at first I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to listen. Yeah. I didn't even finish this song for
exactly.
For Buddy. But Jimmy's like, let's go, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, Jimmy's like, because Jimmy knows.
Jimmy's seen it in you.
He sees I'm in that bag. I think he like knows when I'm in that bag.
Exactly.
Because he's seen it and he was like, let's go. I'm gonna book the studio now. I'm gonna call Josh right now.
He knew.
I was like, right now? He was like, right now.
Yeah.
He booked the studio, bro. I swear to God.
You leave that studio session.
Leave that studio session. I go to the other studio. The first song we do is City Girls.
Wow.
The second song we do is Sex Memories, which is also on
Come on, man.
Come on. God.
And you in your bag. Who got some more? Anybody got any more Molly? Oh, you got a G? Thank you, G. Can we get some? So you in your bag right now. We're talking about two songs that make Chris Brown's album.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And the rest is history.
That's crazy, yeah.
And we're talking about Breezy's about to come out now.
Yes, 24th.
And you have your hand in two songs on that album as well. Tell us about that.
Man, I had the pleasure of working with somebody that I fucking admire. Chris Brown, like, bro. He's an alien. Like, he's not human. He's not from here. Like, bro,
you see the comparisons now, Jazz. They saying Michael Jackson to Chris Brown. Man. In the era that we live in, Chris Brown's doing his thing. Chris Brown is doing his thing right now, and it's kind of unfair to put him in that box.
It is.
Well, because he said that was the inspiration of his own.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're looking.
He got Mike all over his house.
Come on,
you
man.
go to his crib, he got shrines.
And his crib is crazy. Shout out Wallow and Gilly. They just did the podcast over there. I'm gonna try to get to CB's house pretty soon, but we're gonna do it.
It's gonna happen.
But come on, man, you own this Breezy album.
Yeah, man, and like I said, Sex Memories, that came about like that, and then I'm on another song on there called Pitch Black, which I happen to just be at CB's house. Chilling. We was just over there chilling.
Yeah.
My boy Hood Boss called me over there he called me to work on something. Oh, it's a song called Rodeo.
Yeah.
Chris Brown and YG and Tyga. That's on
wow.
I wrote.
That's right. So, I remember the album.
But fucking Eric Bellinger, I wrote that song with Eric Bellinger. We did that together. Eric Bellinger, he was like, they called me. They was like, yo, you and Eric come to the studio and just work in CB shit.
Yeah.
So I pulled up. Me and Eric just going back to back songs. Like we just
knocking them out.
Shit.
Yeah.
And Pitch Black happened to be a part of the assignment that day.
Wow.
Because I think we finished Rodeo so fast.
Yeah.
And then like right after Rodeo, Tizio, which is Chris Brown's engineer, shout out my boy Tizio fucking pulls up Pitch Black.
Yeah. And you're like, oh shit.
And Pitch Black already had like a couple lines on it. Like it had some starting lines on it from this guy, super talented. I never met him, but we are on this song together. We wrote this song, is the song Pitch Black. The guy Gashi.
Yeah. Okay.
Gashi started the record. You know, he had a couple bars, and then me and Eric just took it over from there.
And went ran with it.
And Anderson .Paak's on that song.
Come on, see.
It's insane.
Did you see how he just sits there and says like, "Oh, just kick it at CB's house and just chill over with Anderson .Paak like that"? Come on, look how your journey came,
man.
Lazer.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Come on, look how it came from a kid that was at the fork in the road twice.
Seriously though.
That brings you full circle to what you're doing now. What can they expect in the future from you
Man.
as a songwriter and as an artist? Because I still think to this day, come on, don't get me. Airplane Mode is one of the coldest songs I've ever heard in my life.
For sure.
And I said, you know what? He's probably holding this for Justin Bieber or somebody, but because that's why. Because every time, you know, me and Friend is like the only people that play it.
Yeah.
Like on our Twitch shows.
Only one that got
and
it.
people like say, hey, we keep Shazamming this song, but Airplane Mode, is that something you keep to you, or you're like, hey, if one of these artists want it, I'm a songwriter, I'm gonna get that check.
So to give you some insight of where we at right now with it, I tell my team all the everyday Jimmy G, and every day we get on these conference calls, everything's for sale.
Exactly.
That's my thing this year.
You got to live life to the fullest.
Because we watched Pooh Bear do it.
Yeah.
To go back to the Pooh Bear thing, bro. Pooh Bear before Pooh Bear met Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So Justin Bieber put out that album. What was that album? The R&B album he put out? Journals.
Exactly. So and that's the one that Pooh Bear had a lot to do with.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
But before Journals came out,
I
don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it. Half those songs were recorded by Pooh Bear on a project he was putting out. Put it out, actually.
Oh, Justin was like, oh, I want all of these.
He didn't even know. Justin didn't know. Pooh Bear just was on some like, oh, we take it. You want them? That shit coming right down off iTunes, everything. Fuck it. You want that? So that's where I got that mentality, man. Everything's for sale.
Yeah.
You want it? All right, for sure. You want, let's say like Beyonce wants a song that was on Blossom. That shit coming off, Blossom coming down.
Immediately.
Blossoms coming down, man.
Man, but it's good to see your growth, brother.
Man, I appreciate it.
It's good to see your growth because I always want to do the part ones and then later I'll see. So let me just tell everybody now, when he does blow up, he will be coming back here. He's already blown up.
For sure.
But I'm talking about as an artist, when you get into your craft and you get into your bag.
Yeah, man.
Telling you, bro, you're gonna be back here.
Yes, sir.
And it's gonna be harder to get to you because I know everyone's up, but you family, bro. And that's why I wanted to come in here.
Man. That's why I wanted to come, bro. For real, it was a no. Shout out KT. It was a no brainer.
Man, shout out KT.
It was like no dialogue in the text. It was like pull up, okay, address, bet.
But that's why I want people to see this podcast and know your story and where you came from.
I
and how you
appreciate
came
that
up
too,
from
man. Because I really didn't think that too much into it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that like full of myself anymore, like
exactly.
at all.
Yeah.
So like it's to talk about myself this much is different, but like it's new, it's refreshing for me, because I'm even understanding certain things as I'm getting this out. Real
Absolutely.
shit. I'm just freestyling. I'm just telling you what happened, but it's crazy. Like as we talking about this, putting it together like this, it's like, man, like we really we
did some shit.
Yeah.
That's when you can look back on your life and be like, man, I just told my life story and I'm doing some shit. And I'm telling you, I'm a fan of you. You're my brother. We family. But I'm telling you, bro, this Chris Breezy situation you got going on, the stuff you got going on in the future, sky's the limit for you, brother.
I appreciate that.
Come on, man. Airplane Mode. I'll play it on my show on Twitch. If you guys go get that, man. Give it up for Jazz LAZR one time. Western Conference Podcast. Go look all social media that you can go find it. Go Google him. Is that what they say? Google me. Come on, man. Jazz LAZR, Western Conference Podcast. Peace.